All right, I just want to do something really simple for y'all out there, musicians, artists, whoever. Doesn't matter. It's for everybody. But most people don't even understand simple quantization and swing and velocities and volume in music. And I'm going to do a quick example of these for you. A beat without quantization is a boom ding ding sh ding 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 sh ding 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 boom ding ding sh ding boom boom. A beat with quantization. Boom 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 sh boom 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 sh boom 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 sh boom 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 boom. A beat without quantization with my own swing. A boom doom doom sh doom boom 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 doom doom sh doom boom boom. And then there's one velocity without quantization. Boom 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 sh boom 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 sh boom 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 boom. And then there's with quantization one velocity. Boom 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 sh boom 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 sh boom 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 boom. That's very mechanized and stale. You want no quantization with the swing, that swing element, and you want velocities. See, music is mathematics. That's all it is. Music is mathematics. And most people don't know the simple elements of music. Now, this is the way that I would want something to sound. A boom doom doom sh doom boom 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 doom doom sh doom boom 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 doom doom sh doom boom boom. Not boom doom doom sh doom boom 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 doom sh doom boom 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 doom sh doom boom boom. Or boom 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 sh doom boom 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 doom sh doom boom 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 doom doom sh doom boom boom boom. See, that's quantization with some velocity. But see, most of us, we don't have our own unique swing. See, because most people quantize their music. I hear so many musicians that quantize their music. I don't hardly hear anyone that does not use quantization out there. And it's something that is lacking in the game. And I'm telling you, listen, turn the quantize off. It's going to be hard at first. You're going to be offbeat. It's something that you build up over time, and you get this rhythm and flow and your own swing. See, it's not a technique, it's not a style, it's not a genre, it's not anything that anybody else does. See, this is my own swing. Da boom doom doom sh doom boom boom da boom doom doom sh doom boom 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 doom doom sh doom boom boom. See, that's my own swing. Now, if I quantize that, it would be boom 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 sh boom 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 sh boom 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 boom. See, that's mechanicalized. That's mechanical. That's stiff. It's robotic. And listen, there is a time for that. There's a time for quantization. I'm not saying I won't use quantization at all. If I do though, I use like 132 or 164. I never put quantize on 1/8 or 1/16 time signatures or 1/16 triplet. Never. I never would do that. Any beats that I made that I don't quantize, it's at least 132 or 132 triplet. And it gives it that slightly late and early feel. If you don't hit it right on, it's slightly early or slightly late. So what I'm saying here is I don't hear, there are very, very few musicians that turn the quantize off, and they have this swing. Most people just make beats that go boom, 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 it's not a boom, 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 see, they don't they don't apply that swing and their own thing to it. You know, it's always right on beat. And I hear so much of this. And like I said, I'm not saying that I won't use Quantize, but turn the Quantize off. Listen, yeah, it's not on beat. It's things that aren't quantized. It can sound very bad to a person that is used to quantizing and is used to hearing that, you know, them club, you know, boom, 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 you know what I'm saying? Those on signatures. Now I would go you know what I'm saying? And anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick video on swing and quantization. There's not even a lot of people that talk about this. That's what's surprising. I don't really hear this too much in music at all. So I feel the need that I have to talk about it. And there's so many other things to music than what I think that there is to music. There is like so many different elements that you can put in music. It's not just one particular thing. It's not just, okay, I'm going to use 1/16 quantize and I'm going to use a kick and a snare and I'm going to put it, you know, boom, 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 boom. You know, it's like you can change the pitch of the kick, you know, boom, 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 you know, and you can change the velocities of the snares and the hi-hats. There's so many things you can do. You can apply effects. You can apply effects and things to different instruments and all this. And I've been doing a lot of finger drumming on the MPC-1, and no, I don't put a lot of stuff out there for people to hear, and I haven't been putting out stuff, but I will be putting out more stuff. It's just the place that I'm in. This is not a place to really record music and stuff. I'm right next to a highway and stuff. I mean, it's no excuse, but I know about music. I've been doing this for 20 years, over 20 years, and I did this from the ground up. So that's how I can tell you about it. And people go, oh, well, you don't hardly put anything out, but I know what I'm doing. I know how this works because I can make my own rhythms. I can make my own melodies. I can do everything from scratch. I don't need to take, you know, someone's record and take, you know, sampling from it and all that. I don't need to do that. I can take drums, snares, kicks, hi-hats, claps, sound effects and stuff like that, and sounds that you can, you know, pianos, bells, strings, everything, and I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, I just wanted to tell you, I've been doing a lot of finger drumming, and you'll be surprised if you turn the quantize off and you find your own swing. And this is something that I have been focusing on a lot lately is this swing element that not a lot of people use. And I'm just putting it out there so that you can find your own swing, because there's so many people using quantization and it's that same time signature all the time, and then some people, they don't even use velocity sensitive pads. They put it on, and there's nothing wrong with this. If that's how you want to make music, you can make music like that, because people get angry when I say this like I'm better. No, I want you to be better for yourself when I say this. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't even use velocity pads. They'll go to 16 levels, or they'll put it on one velocity, just, not, you know what I mean? They won't do stuff like that. And that is what makes you unique. That is what gives you your uniqueness and your authenticity and your own swing. I don't even want to call it a style or a genre or any of that stuff, because everyone's doing that. Everyone's playing the same chords. You know what I'm saying? They're hitting the same chords all the time. I don't even think of music in chords. I don't even know how to play chords. I just put my fingers on a keyboard or on the pads and I hit the buttons I want to hit to get the sounds that I am going for, and I go by my ear. And a lot of people, I don't think too many people do this at all. Like, there is more things than chords. You can hit different notes and trigger pads differently to get a different type of flow and sound. You don't need to think in terms of chords. There is so much more to music, and when you think of it, music is mathematics, and it's so big, it's so huge. The volumes go from 1 to 127, so you have from 1 to 127 to hit the velocities of the notes, and then you have tons of sounds, you have tons of pitches. You can go from 0 to -1, -10, +2, +4, and then you have the in between. You have the partial from 1 to 2. You have 1 through, 50 some, 40 some to do the in between stuff. Let me see what it's called here for you. It's called the fine. The fine in between the semi, you have the fine, what you call it? I can't think of the name. From, up and down, whatever I was saying. I forget the names. I forget stuff sometimes. But yeah, it's like I said, find your own sound. Find your own groove. Find your own swing. Like, I'm not saying that I won't use Quantize, but I have turned the Quantize off lately. And let me tell you something. Yes, some of my stuff it's off. But sometimes being off gives it that human element. It just gives it an element that nobody else has, even though it might be off. And it's not called for that all the time. Some people want quantization. I like quantization too. I like quantization too. I like how stuff sounds quantized. But I would rather have my own swing on it. Or if I do use Quantize, I would like to use 132 or 132 triplets or 164 triplets if I use Quantize. I don't ever use 116. That's just way, way, way too stiff. And then the higher the tempo, if you tap the tempo, it will make the time signature that much faster. You will have more repetitions in between than if you go then you'll have less. Instead of do, you'll have and then if you you'll have or like it'll go way faster, if you know what I mean, if you know time signatures and stuff. But anyway, this is just basic stuff that people don't realize, that the basic elements of music. There is a world in and of itself with just the basic things, with just, and you can use swing by putting the swing or the I don't know what MPC calls it, not swing. It's something off. Here, I'll get it for you right here. It's called yeah, they call it swing, shift timing. You can use shift timing, or you can use 132 triplets or 164 triplets, and you can get that off feeling, but it will quantize. It will put your drums somewhere where you didn't place them. And I just think it gives it, when you don't quantize, it just gives it this weird groove. And when you do, you can just tell that where you hit the notes, it's putting it where it just doesn't really sound right. It's either, I say either quantize something and make it a little off, or don't use it at all. That's what I say. So I went way too long in this video. I didn't want to do it this long, but yeah, I'm focusing more on my craft and my music now. I've been slacking on this channel, but you know what? I'm not thinking of it like that. I'm just putting out stuff. When I put it out, I'm doing it spontaneously. I've been making a ton of beats, a ton of music. It's just I haven't recorded songs. I haven't recorded my vocals and stuff, but I have tons of beats. I have so much stuff. It's just crazy. And it, like I said, I'm coming. I'm coming. Mark my words, I'm coming with the music thing. If I'm not dead or something doesn't happen to me, the music thing is going to happen. It's going to happen for me. I've been saying this a long time, but look, this is all that I like doing. This is all I like thinking about. This is the only thing that I really like even talking about anymore, is music and the arts and writing and stuff like that. And I don't even get on here and do it most of the time, but I do. It's just me through and through. So when I talk about this, I know what I'm talking about. Even though I don't have a big channel or I don't put out a lot of music, I know what I'm doing. You know, I have something that I think that nobody else has. And that's, I have confidence in myself. You know, I think that I'm a genius with the music thing. That's how I see myself, you know? And like I said, I'm coming. I got something to give. And if any of y'all would like to help my channel out, that would help tremendously. I appreciate any help. I appreciate any support. And do your own thing. Don't try to be like anybody else. Do your own thing. Make your own music. Do what you feel when you feel it. Put your own elements in it. Put your own swing to it. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is already doing everything that can be done. It's time to start thinking outside of the box here. Really, it's that time in history with music and a lot of other things. It's time to start thinking out of the box and being different. And when you're different, that doesn't mean you have to hate people or hate the world or do all these crazy things. It's just find ways to do things. I'd say make it hard for yourself. People want to make things way too easy. I don't want things to be easy all the time. I want things to be a challenge. I want to sit and mess with sounds for a couple hours before I make something sometimes. And I do. I sit here and finger drum for hours sometimes before I even come up with a pattern. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't want to tell people what to do or how to do anything. I simply want to inspire people. I simply want to light a fire under people's asses for themselves. That's all I want to do. So with that, keep resonating that swing, because that's what I'm going to keep doing. And I'll see you later. Resonate swag. Stay up, stay lowly. Resonate. I'm out. Later.